Hello, my cosmic friends. Welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Cosmos Tarot 2. My name is Cosmos. Nice to meet you. If you are new, if you're one of my subscribers, welcome back. If you're one of my channel members, thank you so much, guys, for giving me another opportunity to entertain you a little more. In this channel, I use the tarot and the oracle cards to learn about K-pop, the K-pop industry, K-pop groups, or the K-pop idols individually. Today, I will be talking about IN of Stray Kids. Now, like I said, I do focus on K-pop, but every month I have live Q&As in which you can come and ask me questions about anything. Personal questions about you, about other celebrities, or just more about K-pop, okay? So I suggest you subscribe and turn on the notifications so that way you don't miss the announcements, because I don't have a specific day in which, I do things every month. Okay. So like I said, today we are talking about IN. His real name is Young, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong. IN, if you're watching, sorry, love. IN is the vocalist and the magne of Stray Kids. He was born on February 8, 2001, making him an Aquarius. IN, along with his bandmates, debuted on March 25, 2018 through the survival show called Stray Kids. Okay. Now, funny thing about IN, I was thinking the night before, who should I go next? I already recorded some videos, right? And then after that, I was looking at my list of requests and I was like, who should be next? And then I started thinking about IN. I do have a request for all of the members of Stray Kids, right? But I don't know where I started to see his face. I was like, you know what? Okay, IN. Let's have a look at you, young man. I like to start off my readings with their current energy, see what we learn from there, and move on from there. Oh yeah, this is a general reading, so I'm looking at his energy, his career, his love life, possibly. Okay, and I say possibly because there are times that, and I know you are free to not believe what I'm saying, okay? That is your free will. But there are times in which the person that I am talking about really does not want to open up about their love life. So possibly his love life and anything else that we are allowed to know. Okay, IN. Let's take a look at your current energy. What can we know about you, young man? Okay, as of right now, the time that I am recording this, Stray Kids just released their new album called Karma. And it looks like IN really likes it. I am picking up a lot on that. We have trust. Yeah, he feels very confident that the fandom is gonna like it. And that other fandoms too are gonna like it. I see him smiling a lot, so he's very happy. Oh, we have harmony. Look at that. Oh, interesting. Okay, I am also picking up on pride. Pride in himself. But it's not the bad kind of pride, okay? If you're too proud, then yeah, you're going the wrong way, right? But there's also the pridefulness that you feel when you accomplish something. And IN feels very accomplished. A lot of the times he thinks back in the beginning as a trainee at the what was it? Survival show. At the survival show, that uncertainty, is he gonna make it? Is he not gonna make it? Okay, in the end, he made it to the group, but is the group gonna be successful? So looking back at every milestone that he has accomplished with Stray Kids, he feels this sense of pride, as you should, right? Because he has worked very hard. Inner voice, okay? Okay, from my understanding, IN, he has siblings. I think he said a sister or two sisters. I cannot remember how many, right? But he has siblings. He is the oldest siblings. He is the oldest in his family from the children. In Stray Kids, he's the magne, the youngest one. So from time to time, he feels like, you know what, it's nice to be the magne. Everybody takes care of you. And I mean, at the same time, he's taking care of everybody else. He's not just doing nothing, right? But from time to time, he feels nice. He's like, oh, it's nice to be pampered. Okay, experiencing. Okay, and the creator. Okay. The album previous to this one, I cannot remember the name of it right now. But that album, yes, they had a group song and then everybody had their solo. Everybody had a solo song. He really liked that. He really liked creating that solo song. He liked watching the other members create their own solos. And during their world tour, at one point, everybody switched solos. So I cannot remember whose solo Ian was performing, but he really enjoyed that. He thought that was very fun to see how everybody created their own interpretation of everyone's solos. Here with experiencing, like I said, he is proud of everything that he has experienced, the things that he has accomplished, but there are times he wonders, what else is out there for me? What else? Now, he's not leaving the group, okay? I don't see him leaving the group or anything like that. So yeah, don't panic. But he is wondering, what else am I gonna experience? What else? In South Korea, all the men are required to go to the military, okay, to do their military service, unless they're exempt from it. But that's usually, the doctor saying, okay, you cannot go because of this, this, and this. It has happened. I mean, I don't say I am wanting to avoid military service, but it looks like military service is something that is starting to become real for him. I believe the age of enlistment is 28, and it is for 2 years, depending on your job. Okay, clearly I am not an expert on military manners. Heck, I don't even know the expertise of my own country's military, okay, let alone South Korea's, but that's from my understanding here. So now that, well, years have passed, everybody's getting closer to that time, he is a little nervous because, well, there is this uncertainty, right? As we know, the world can be a mess. In some parts, it is a mess, so it does worry him a little bit. But at the same time, he's trying not to let those negative thoughts get to him. And like I said, I don't see Ian wanting to, run away from that duty. I don't. But, knowing that he has to go, there are moments he's wondering, okay, what am I going to end up doing? How am I going to fare? So that is something that, like I said, it feels more real now. So he wonders about that experience when the time comes for him and everybody else in the group. What else? Ian, what else can we know, young man? And you know what? I see this one too. What else, Ian, can we know about you? Okay, touring is very exciting for Ian. But at the same time, there are those moments in which, he gets a little worried. During this world tour, I can't remember what country they were on, but, Stray Kids was exiting the venue, and then, well, Felix got in a car accident. Thank goodness nothing serious happened to Felix, but it looks like that episode is still also present in Ian's mind. Of course, he's trying to, not let it get to him, because he knows that, well, if I'm constantly thinking about bad things are gonna come. But it looks like from time to time, out of nowhere, that comes to mind. So it looks like that was a traumatic thing. Maybe we don't think of it as, looking at Ian, right? Maybe we don't think of it as something traumatic because he's not expressing it out, or that worry, or maybe we don't see him crying, but deep down episode, sour episode, left a mark on Ian. So like I said, touring is fun, but from time to time there is that fear of something happening, like it did with Felix that time. Okay, we have fighting, guidance, I keep hearing behind the scenes and I see JYP Entertainment's logo here. Interesting. Let's keep looking. Possibilities. And we had the Rebel. Okay, like I mentioned before, there are times Ian wonders, what else is there for me? Besides being an idol, what else could I possibly do, right? It looks like behind the scenes, well, even though Stray Kids are no longer a Nugu, which is a word for new group, okay? They're no longer a Nugu group. It looks like there are some people behind the scenes that they're still treating them as if they were. They're still trying to like control everything they do. And not only Ban Chang, the leader of the group, doesn't like that, but Ian doesn't like that as well. And when it comes to Ian, he is the maknae, the youngest of the group. It looks like there's people that still want to treat him like he's a child that doesn't know, we can say that word, but basically that knows nothing. But yeah, it can be very frustrating for Ian. Ian's nickname is Baby Bread. Now, I don't see that nickname being used very often now in comparison to Stray Kids beginnings. But that title, Baby Bread, it looks like, at least in the company, everybody's, okay, not everybody, but most people, still want to treat him as if he's a little baby, as if he's a child, when he is not. Ian is an adult at this point. So that can be frustrating sometimes. And I don't see Ian being, a crazy rebel behind the scenes, but whenever he does something, and the people that don't want to let him spread his wings, basically, consider it not appropriate for a young quote-unquote kid, Ian gets frustrated. He's saying, I am not a kid, clearly. Heck, if I wanted, I could have a girlfriend, I could get married, I could get somebody pregnant if I wanted to. So it looks like behind the scenes, that is something he struggles with. He loves Stay, okay, the fandom. He loves his fans, but there are moments he also wishes that the fandom will stop babying him so much. He's thinking maybe after military service, that perception will change, maybe. Okay, we have Unfinished Symphony, The Tribe, Come to the Edge, okay. Never Ending Story. Well, I don't see Ian retiring anytime soon, okay. All of the members of Stray Kids, they have renewed their contracts with JYP Entertainment. They have, okay. I don't see him retiring anytime soon. Like I said, right now, Ian is questioning what else he could possibly do besides, modeling for brands and stuff like that. He's not sure what, but he is proud and he's content at the moment with the things that he has accomplished. But yeah, I don't see him leaving the group anytime soon. And once again, people at JYP Entertainment behind the scenes, it looks like there's some wondering if he will leave the group eventually. I'm trying to pick up a reason, but it looks like even Ian doesn't understand why people ask him that sometimes. I don't see him fighting with the other members. Well, serious fights at least, right? I don't see serious fights. You know, there's arguments here and there, but nothing serious. He gets along with Banchan, the leader of the group, so... Oh, okay. Some people feel that Ian, will be more popular if he were by himself, and some people feel that, you know what, he's not popular enough, so why stay in the group? It comes down to numbers, no? Ay, people. It looks like also some people have wondered if he will be interested in acting, but even Ian is not sure. It looks like he's not sure. He thinks about it, but at the same time, he's not sure if he will be able to do it. So yeah, Ian, of course, he's still gonna be a musician. I don't see him retiring, like I said. But at the same time, he's not sure what else he could possibly do. And I don't see Ian being in a hurry to figure it out either, okay? I don't see that. For right now, Ian is enjoying the things that he has accomplished and taking it one day, one step at a time. What else? Let's see. There's two in here. And I don't need to. This one. Okay. Let me move these a little bit. Yeah, you can see those. Okay. Okay, we have the Three of Wands. There are times Ian wishes that he could see his family more often, no? And Idol's life is, well, it's a very busy one. It can be a little lonely sometimes, even when you're in a group, right? When you miss your family, even the people surrounding you, well, there's not much that they can do. So there are times he wishes he could see his family more often. You have the King of Wands. It looks like JY Park has a lot of involvement in Stray Kids, and Ian doesn't always agree, of course, with JY Park. Of course, he's respectful to JY Park, the founder of JYP. But it looks like Ian disagrees more with whatever JY Park is saying than he actually agrees. So it looks like there's tension there. We have the Devil card. Ian holds back a lot around JY Park, around JY Park. Because there are times he feels that JY Park meddles a little too much. I mean, of course, JY Park, he created Stray Kids, okay? Fair enough. But he meddles way too much. Of course, JY Park has an idea how the industry works, right? But at the same time, there are other people that help Stray Kids be Stray Kids. And Banchan, the leader of the group, he will know what the group needs more than JY Park. JY Park, he's very involved, but at the same time, he's involved at a distance. So he's not there with Stray Kids. So a lot of the times, well, Ian holds back what he truly would love to say to JY Park. Now, he's still respectful, like I said, but yeah, a lot of tension there. We have the Four of Swords. Yeah, Ian prefers to deal with him at a distance. He's thankful, like I said, JY Park, basically he created Stray Kids, so he's thankful. But at the same time, he wishes that he will meddle a little less, especially now. Like I said, they're not Nugus anymore. They're not Nugus anymore, so step back a little bit. Let us breathe. That's what Ian feels. Don't insert yourself into everything. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, okay, and we have the Moon. Well, I don't see Ian lacking. Well, I don't see him lacking money, lacking health either. I don't see that. It looks like Ian will have a very comfortable life when the day comes for him to retire, right? He will have a very comfortable life. It looks like it will be a very quiet one too. Ian gives me the impression that, well, he's a quiet person. He shares enough of his life, but not too much at the same time. So once he retires, don't be surprised if people are wondering, okay, where is Ian? Is he still alive, or did he move somewhere? Don't be surprised if we don't hear a lot once he retires. I do see him with a family, okay? With a wife and children, I just heard that, so more than one kiddo. Can we know more about that? Let's see, let's find out if we can know. Okay, we had the Hierophant, Three of Cups. I just heard 3 children. Okay, I just heard that. We had the High Priestess. It looks like his future wife is also going to be a very private woman. The 4 of Cups. Well, I see her and Ian being very happy. I see her having long hair, okay? I don't see her face, I'll be honest. I don't see her face. Well, yeah, talk about being a private person, right? Here with the Hierophant, I do see Ian interacting with trainees. Trainees in the future. He's not going to sugarcoat anything. He will tell them the realities. You will cry with joy and you will cry with sadness and anger. I see that. I see Ian saying that. You will cry with joy, you will cry with sadness, you will cry with anger. Sometimes it'll be worth it, and you know what? Sometimes you're going to feel like it's not worth it. Like, why continue? So he's going to be a very blunt teacher. You know, some people like to sugarcoat anything, right? But not Ian. He's going to be very blunt about it. And yeah, once again, 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. In Korean, I just heard that. Yeah, I am really trying to look at his wife, but no, this young lady is not letting me see her. So it looks like he's gonna stay with a Korean woman, but I really don't see. I really trying to see, but it looks like that's all we're allowed to know. So, yeah, very quiet person. I mean, not quiet, private. Very private. But yeah, that's all I'm picking up when it comes to his future wife. Interesting. Okay. And since I am not picking up on anything else, I'm gonna close this. So let's see, to close this reading, is there anything else, Ian, that we can know or that you would like to say? Let's see, to close this reading. Thank you. Oh, okay. And like I said in the beginning, you are always free to not believe a word I'm saying, okay? You may be watching out of pure curiosity or just hate watching. That is totally fine too. But I keep hearing Ian saying, thank you for the support. It's been a long journey, right? For him, for Stray Kids, so he's very thankful. with the support he has received along the way. We have the Emperor. Yeah, once again, things a lot of the times are tense with him and JY Park, but he still respects JY Park, okay? He will be thankful with JY Park for giving him the opportunity to be part of Stray Kids, but yeah. Still though, there are times he wishes that he would just stay back, especially now. The Stray Kids are no longer, well, they're no longer new. They're veterans at this point. We have the Chariot. Okay, well, I just heard I will do my best. I will do my best every day. We have the Moon. Oh, interesting. I just heard don't fight. Don't fight. And you know, okay, here's this woman, and then there's these two animals. It gives me the impression that they're fighting, and then she comes and, you know, separates them. So, one more time, Ian loves his fans. He loves the support, but he doesn't like it when, you know, the Stays fandom fights with other fandoms and stuff like that. He doesn't like that. Number one, he thinks that is very immature, okay? Every group, whether it's a boy group or a girl group, they shine in their own light. They have that thing that is special. So no need to be fighting. That's what Ian is saying. There's no need to be fighting. Don't do that. If you don't like that group, okay, stay away from that group. Stay away from their fandom. Don't start fandom wars either, because they're dumb. And Temperance. For idols, it's very difficult to have a balanced life. It's difficult because, you know, everything is controlled by the company, basically, right? Heck, if the company could control the amount of times that... Okay, this is gonna sound very weird, but if they could control how much they pee, how much they poo, like the literal amounts, and I'm not even talking about the times that they go to the bathroom, but like the amounts, oh, they would. So Ian is saying for us it's difficult because, well, the company controls and plans everything. And a lot of the times we don't even want to do a lot of the stuff that we do, but we gotta do it. But since you guys, the public, you have the opportunity to live a little more balanced life, do it. Whether it's with your food, with your free time, with workouts, or just taking the time to relax. Try to have a balance in your life. He and Stray Kids, they have a little bit more freedom now compared to the beginning, but even then, a lot of the things that they do, it's still being controlled by the company. So try to have a balance in your life. Yeah, don't try to live like a K-pop idol. He's not saying don't look your best, no. But don't try to imitate the K-pop idols look, okay? A lot of the times it's not even because the K-pop idols, they diet. It's because, well, they're too tired to eat. And even though they're tired, sometimes going to sleep is very difficult because they're that tired. So find a balance in your life. Don't overdo it. And once again, thank you. I keep hearing that. Thank you. Thank you for the support towards me. And thank you for the support towards Stray Kids. Keep going. I also just heard that. Keep going. Fighting. You know, in Korean, saying fighting, it's like saying you can do it. Go, you can do it. So Ian is cheering for you guys. Okay. And that is all. So thank you if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Today's affirmation is going to be, I live a balanced life. I live a balanced life. Write that down in the comments and, well, you will see what I'm gonna do. Write it down in the comments. Only if you write it down, though. Feel free to leave more than one comment. And also, guys, I love your comments, but if possible, divide your comments. Don't leave it into a giant essay. Like I said, I appreciate it, but it is so much harder for me to read it, even with glasses on. So I sound like an old lady saying that, but you know, if you can divide up the comments, so that way it's easier for me to read it and to answer you, okay? All right, guys. I know this one was a long one, so if you made it this far, thank you. And once again, the affirmation of today is I live a balanced life. If you feel your life is way too busy and you cannot find a balance, say that to yourself and you will see how things change, okay? I live a balanced life. I wish you guys the best. I wish Ian and the rest of Stray Kids the best, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!